Marshall Rosenberg, nonviolent communication, one by far, in my humble opinion. Obviously, I've not read everything there is to read on conflict resolution, nor do I um, pretend to give you that impression. However, it is one resource that I have found to be really transformative because it works from a place of empathy to find resolution. So remember the example that I talked to you yesterday about the guy that I was seeing and the time issue that we had. Okay, just so you can keep it in the back of your mind. The nonviolent communication model by Marshall Rosenberg has 4 steps. It's really quick and easy. It's very intuitive. So let me just walk you through the steps. Number 1 is observation. What are the facts? What are the facts? What do you see? What can you hear, see, and touch of the situation that's going on? Number 2, what are the feelings, the emotions, the sensations, free from the story and thought that you can take responsibility for yourself? I mean, my feelings about the situation. Number 3, what needs? What from the universal list of needs related to the issue do I have? Number 4, request. What clear, positive, and concrete action steps can I request? So, for example, for the guy that I was seeing, I observed that for the last 3 weeks, we have not been able to see each other because the dates that we had set up have been canceled because of your work demands. Okay, that's my observation. This makes me I feel neglected. I feel neglected. 3, I need to feel important. I need to feel valued. I would like to see, is it possible for us to set my request? Is it possible for us to set a specific time of week that's respected, it's unmovable, you can treat it like any other appointment that you have, but that it's set every week? That could be, obviously it would be more fluid, it wouldn't be so rigid as I just made it out to be, but that could be how I would lay out the conversation. Sense of what I find most powerful about, there are many things powerful about this approach. One is that it forces you to be more objective in terms of, this is the objective situation. We've had 3 weeks, 4 or 5 dates that we've tried to have, and they've all been canceled. It's objective. That's the situation. But when you actually talk about your feelings, it's owning the feelings. I feel neglected. It's not you make me feel neglected. No. I feel neglected. Somehow these set of actions make me feel neglected. And then what is it that I actually need? What are my universal needs? Those needs are provided for you in the notes. What the universal needs are super powerful, are very powerful in the sense of, what deep need do I have that is actually not being served right now because of the situation? To do that work of labeling, what's that core need? I just need to feel valued by you. I need to feel seen. I might need to feel heard. I just need to feel as if I have a place in your life. And since we oftentimes work with a very limited vocabulary for our feelings and for our needs, the universal list of needs provided by the Marshall Rosenberg Institute is really helpful because it enriches our scope and it gives us more vocabulary to identify what it is that we feel and what it is that we need. And clearly, step 4, actionable steps. Sometimes we say things like, "Well, I just want to feel heard," or I just want you to be around," or whatever nonsense we say. But that's not actionable. I am a very tactical person, and in most of my relationships, I ask for the people around me, for my friends, my family, to be concrete. What is it that you need from me? What does that look like? And so when we have to force ourselves to be actionable in the steps and in our requests, it makes it a great deal easier for the person to know what they need to do. And also, it forces us to give hands and feet to these feelings or these needs that we have that we want to see a change in. Because as we have to articulate what it is that we want, what it is that we desire, then we recognize that there's a great deal more, or it might be a great deal more, it might be significantly more simple than we thought, or that we actually are not clear as to what it is that we want to see and feel and hear from this person. A couple reminders as you deal with conflict, as you deal with these give and take type of situations, is to breathe and slow down. If you don't remember anything else, as you step into conflict, just breathe and slow down. I mean, if we actually just breathed more and better and slowed down more and better, we would have entirely different lives. The frenzied and frenetic speed that we live in oftentimes leads us to saying the wrong things, wanting the wrong things, not paying attention, not observing, not just not being present. When it comes to conflict, if you breathe, if you actually breathe, you're going to lower your heart rate, you're going to use your parasympathetic nervous system to just help you to relax and find calm. Which once you find calm, your neurons work better, your synapses work better because you can think clearly, you can actually use your frontal lobe again, and it didn't just get hijacked by the amygdala. It's like, oh, I am me again. I can think like a proper adult. What a concept. So breathe, slow down. Just breathe and slow down. If you do that, I believe firmly in you and your capacity to manage the conflict or the situation that's in front of you with whatever tools that you have, whether it's the NVC model or whatever other models that you have used in the past. So breathe and slow down. Keep calm. Remember, it's not that serious. More than likely, it's not that serious. Whatever we're blowing up about, whatever trigger, whatever it brought up from your 3 last relationships, it's not that serious. It just isn't. Most conflict isn't. Most conflict is a series of expectations, miscommunication, my own junk that all comes in together, and we decide to make something out of it. It's not that serious. So let's just put it in its place, create order in the sense, in the scale of 1 to 10, how important is this? How important is this? If it's a 2, but we're blowing up as if it were a 10, let's dial down. And perhaps we just have to let it pass through us like the layers that we've been carrying. It's also important to consider that oftentimes in conflict, as I said, it's this cocktail, that our undealt with wounds are these layers that we carry around and we think that they define us. These unmet wounds can seep into our relationships, creating these conflicts that we think are us and they're not us. It's just something that we haven't closed properly, that hasn't healed properly, that we maybe haven't talked through or about or done the work to let it pass through us. Let it pass through you. If you just remember to slow down and breathe, everything else will fall into place. What other tools have you used in the past to help you with dealing with difficult conversations? See you tomorrow.